So I knew this was going to happen with the Q Trust the Plan movement. Now that it's all but certain Biden's going to be the next president, it's turned from trust the Q plan to trust God's plan. I knew it. I told my wife a month ago, I said these Q people are going to turn directly to another, improvable, non-concrete theory. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ as the Savior and all that. I get it. God could very well be, calling for a day of reckoning for the American people. The opulence and extravagance of the last few decades or so has just been totally unchecked in this country. Among the political class and some of the civilian class. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Of course you should work hard and make money and enjoy your life. But what I'm saying is these people, they think that God is so worried about the United States. The United States of America was mentioned exactly 0 times in the Bible. So it's so short-sighted to think that God is worried about Joe Biden and Donald Trump. There's people dying in the Middle East. On the day of the Capitol situation on the 6th, Israel was bombing Palestinians. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong side of that, but I'm saying that people were getting bombed on the day of the Capitol situation. But the American media is so wrapped up in domestic politics that they don't bother to tell the people any of that stuff. So the point of me recording this short video right now is because I'm seeing all the Q Trust the Plan people are now transitioning to trust God's plan. And they're going to tie, the Q plan into, the plan was meant to be for Biden to be elected, and then they're going to go and arrest him. And it's in God's hands. Of course it's in God. It's always in God's hands. But that does not dismiss the fact that Q was a bunch of nonsense. I followed Q for 2.5, 3 years. I'm the first one to admit that I never 100% believed in the fairy tale, but I thought it was interesting and it's got just enough believability in it where you go, God, maybe. But people need to reckon with themselves and say, okay, I believed in stupid stuff. It's not true. I'm not going to promote that anymore. I'm not going to continue telling gullible people that there's a plan and there's nothing to worry about. Just hold yourself accountable. It's not true. Biden's going to be the next president. They stole the election, and we got to figure out a path forward. Getting hung up on trust the plan stuff is, you're wasting precious time here that you could be using to get in contact with your local sheriff to see how he plans on protecting your community against the communism that's coming before Joe Biden can get his emergency orders or his executive orders in to take all the guns away. Ask your sheriff, are you going to go along with that? And if he says, well, yeah, I have to, then you need to find a place to put your guns. So, it's short-sighted, it's selfish to think that God, the creator of everything, is worried about how you feel about this presidential election. There are communities and cultures in this world where people don't even have shoes. They don't have water to drink. They don't have shelter. So it's just naive. It comes off as dumb and American. Overseas, everybody thinks we're dumb Americans, and that's why. Because we have no idea what's happening in the rest of the world. All we know is what's happening here. Yes, we're the greatest nation on earth. Yes, we have the most influence globally. Yes, we've got a lot of great things going on here. But to think this is the only thing that matters in the eyes of the creator of everything is naive, and you sound stupid. So it's frustrating to watch the Q people now because it's stuff like that makes the Capitol situation happen, because People are so riled up. They're so amped up. There's trust the plan. Save the children. There are tunnels under the Capitol, and we're going to go get the kids out of them. It's crazy. You can't share that information because gullible people who don't have a governor on themselves will take stuff like that to the extreme. So you have to use discernment and be careful what kind of information you're sharing across social media and everywhere else. Like, if it sounds ridiculous, it's ridiculous. So there you go. Q went from trust Trump's plan to trust God's plan. So do yourself a favor, and anytime you see any Q stuff, just don't read it. It's nonsense. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. So there's my rant for this afternoon. Y'all have a good day.